Hello, Emily. How are you doing? It's Miguel. Um, it's 7:42 a.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of October, 2016, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm thinking about lately. Um, I recently sent an email to your mom asking for some time together with you, just an hour, maybe at a Starbucks or at a frozen yogurt shop, and or maybe a telephone call, right? 15 minutes. But so far, I haven't gotten a response, and so I'm feeling a little discouraged. But I was thinking about something new, a new idea that I had about what it really means to be a parent of a child. And I think the most important part of being a parent is sort of getting into the mind space of a child, sort of being represented there, sort of, and not necessarily having to be in the physical space of a child. So I'm thinking too that being in mind space might be a lot better than being in physical space. Being what I'd call a YouTube father or YouTube parent, and when I say YouTube, I mean YouTube.com, the Google-owned property for video making. Being a YouTube father, what's great about that is that I get to talk to Emily as a 12-year-old, as a 15-year-old, as a 20-year-old, as a 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old. I get to talk to Emily across her entire lifespan because my videos will exist and survive for decades. And it'll be, a collection that the child can go to, that maybe you could reference if you're having a troubled time. You could come back to your father's videos, and then you not only could you play the videos, but you could pause the video, and you could repeat parts of the video to truly understand what, as a father, I'm trying to convey to you. Whereas a regular parent, they're quite limited in that, an on-site parent, a physical parent, you can't always pause the parent and ask and review advice that the parent provides. So, and also as an on-site parent or physical parent nearby, you're also involved in a lot of logistics. How do we get dressed to go to point A so we can do this at point B? And it's very logistical. There's a lot of things to do, to move around. But a YouTube parent doesn't have that problem, right? I'm free to address any subjects that I want to in the mind space. And that is pretty amazing, because what that allows for is a level of intimacy, emotional intimacy, and emotional connection that is unprecedented, right, between a parent and a child. Because, there's just too much logistics in the up-close parent. And there's no logistics for the YouTube parent. And so I can delve deep into life's matters, the things that matter the most, right? Which is ideas about the world. I can address self-concept, say the child's or your self-concept, your belief about yourself and your beliefs about the world. And I don't have to worry about the logistics. I can sort of, I don't know, I think it's better. I think YouTube parenting is better than on-site parenting. And so I'm going to take effective action over the next few months to try to be the best YouTube parent that I can. To sort of help you endure the vicissitudes of life, the challenges of life, the slings and arrows of life, so that, you can receive the benefit of my experience. And I can do that in concentrated form. I can talk to you as a 15-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old, even a 70-year-old. I can talk to you as a 70-year-old. So this is an amazing opportunity. And I just haven't been seeing it. I've been over-focused on what society's rules about things like visitation and custody and things like that. Good thing I haven't pressed that. Or else I would have lost probably a lot of goodwill between with you for me and with your mom for me. So that's actually the main thing. I just want to maintain goodwill. So that is really the basis, sort of like the root cause of a lot of my behavior. Try to maintain goodwill between you and me and your mom and me. And it's actually not that easy. I'm serious. It's hard. Society creates this tug-of-war between people, and I try not to tug. I am done tugging. And so anyway, I was thinking, like I said, about being a YouTube parent, and I wanted to give that a try. I think that in many ways is superior to a regular one. Sure, I don't get the benefit of seeing you smile every day, but you know what? I can imagine you smiling. And you know what? That's good enough. Oddly enough, that makes me happy. So knowing that you're feeling good and smiling and enjoying yourself, that makes me happy. I just don't, it would be great to see your actual smile and to be sort of around your physical self. But you know what? I can enjoy my life the way it is and just imagine the other stuff and get quite a bit of enjoyment. The human mind is amazing. And I think the society doesn't give the human mind a adequate consideration. Everybody's stuck on going round and round on these tug-of-wars about relationships. And guess what? We don't have to do a tug-of-war. Isn't that great? We can just walk side by side, shoulder to shoulder, in an alliance to support you and your goals as you see them. So these are your sort of your self-directed ideas about what's good for you. I want that too, whatever that is. So that makes me happy. I'm really happy about this. Now, so anyway, I'm going to end on that high note, and I'll see you later. I love you, my dear Emily. I really do. It reminds me of a quote from Albert Ellis, who's the originator of rational emotive behavioral therapy, who lived in the 1960s or 1970s. One of the quotes he said is, if I can recall it correctly, give me a moment here. He said something about how love is a lot like persistence. I think he said, love is mostly persistence. And you know what? I persisted. Well, naturally, because I love you, right? So love is mostly a matter of persistence. I think that's what Albert Ellis says. And I think he's right. I'll persist as long as I'm alive to support you and your goals as you see them. And I'm going to do my best to step out of your way, both in the mind space and in the physical space, to help you live the life that you want and help you enjoy it. How does that sound? That sounds like an anthem to me. What could be better? Anyway, bye-bye, my love.